Hi, I'm here to talk about who my top 10 favorite Marvel superheroes are. And I am a bigger fan of DC than Marvel, but there are some Marvel characters that I do like, and a lot of them are X Men characters, so that's something to know about my list. Also, a lot of Marvel's most popular superheroes don't appeal to me that much, although there are some that I do really like. So I hope that you aren't too disappointed that some of the most well liked Marvel characters are not on my list. Number 10 is Magic. I think that she's a really cool character. I really like her personality, very stylish character. I don't know her super well, which is why she's only in 10th place, but I do really enjoy her character. In ninth place is Rogue. I think that she's a really cool character, particularly in X Men Evolution, and she's a pretty consistently interesting character and a good character to have in X Men. In eighth place is Emma Frost. She's a character that's very mysterious and figuring out is she going to be heroic or is she going to do something bad. That's really interesting. She's a very stylish, appealing character, and I really enjoy what she brings to the franchise. In seventh place is Scarlet Witch, a really interesting character that can be very tragic and sympathetic, and there's a lot to her that really makes her pretty compelling and really interesting. So I do enjoy her character. In sixth place is Jean Grey. Very cool character. It can be very likable. One of the more likable members of the X Men. And then when the Phoenix gets involved, she can be a tragic character. She's very consistently interesting. In fifth place is Spider Man. Very entertaining character, but also has a lot of emotional things to go through, and there's a lot of really interesting stuff that goes on with the character. And he's had so many adaptations, and a lot of them are really good. And I really enjoy Tobey Maguire as Spider Man, and I just think the character is really fun to have around. In fourth place is Wolverine, and I do think that Wolverine often takes up too much of the spotlight in X Men adaptations, but I understand why, because he's one of the most interesting and cool characters in the franchise, and Hugh Jackman is really good, and Wolverine is just a very consistently interesting character that I do really appreciate. And my 3 and 2 do go together. My third is Carolina Dean, and second is Nico. That The Runaways is one of the most underrated franchises that Marvel has, and Carolina and Nico are wonderful characters, and I love their interactions with each other and how meaningful their connection is. Easily one of the most uplifting and interesting duos that I've seen in a superhero franchise. I love what they have together. They're very likable, cool characters and deeply underrated characters that I definitely want to see more of. In first place is Professor X. I think that Professor X is one of the most inspirational superheroes, and in my personal opinion, I think that he's the most inspiring Marvel character. I love how he wants everybody to get along, and instead of going for Magneto's plans of going against humans, Professor X wants a more peaceful world. And despite how hopeless things can get sometimes, he decides to hold on to his optimistic feelings and beliefs, and he's there to be such an inspirational, progressive mentor, and I love Patrick Stewart's performance so much. Easily my favorite performance from any Marvel adaptation that there's ever been, and I think that Professor X is one of the greatest comic book and TV show and movie mentors, an absolutely great, captivating character that has so much to say and so much to offer, and is one of the most compelling, meaningful characters in the comic book genre. And you can let me know what you think of my list, and you can let me know what some of your Marvel favorites are.